Corey's POV. I have dreamt of meeting my mate since I was a kid. My other half. My fated one. I learned about mates when I was 12 years old. My parents taught me that when the time comes, there will be someone who will love and protect me more than anyone else. I believe it. As I observed my parents' interactions closely, I noticed that their love story commenced at a pack gathering when they were both 18. My father arrived early and quickly formed a bond with the pack members and guests. However, it was the sweet scent of vanilla and jasmine that drew him toward my mother, his mate. Ever since then, they have been inseparable, and I, Corey Hemmings, was welcomed into their happy home just a few months later. We have been living contentedly together ever since. For years, our pack has been a peaceful and loving home for my family. My father, a highly regarded beta that is known for his strength, kindness, and compassion towards other members. People often comment on how much I resemble him, with my light brown hair, hazel eyes, and dimples. Meanwhile, my mother is a skilled doctor who tirelessly tends to injured fighters and those in labor. Despite her busy schedule, she always finds time for my dad and me. And let me tell you, my mom is absolutely stunning. With her long, curly blonde hair and beautiful blue eyes, she is truly a sight to behold. Mom, I want blue eyes too. Upon hearing this, my mom laughed. But darling, you have the prettiest hazel eyes, just like your dad's, and I love them just like I love your dad's, she said while caressing my cheeks. But your eyes look like the sky, I pouted. And this time, it was not just my mom who laughed, but my dad too. Okay, kiddo, I will tell you when you grow up what you can do to have blue eyes. It will be our little secret. My dad winked and kissed my forehead. All right, it's a promise, okay? Yes, little wolf, I promise. I went to bed that night not knowing what awaited us. That evening, a gang of vicious rogues ambushed us. My parents gallantly rushed to assist the Alpha and our defenders, while I anxiously waited for their safe return. I fervently prayed to the moon goddess for their safety, but their destiny remained uncertain. It was a devastating moment when one of the fighters arrived at our home, as I could see in their eyes that things would never be the same again. The attack resulted in the loss of the Alpha, as well as my parents and several other fighters. The only soldiers who survived were the best, including our Gamma. Unfortunately, the attack left us with nothing, so our Gamma reached out to the neighboring Midnight Moon Pack for assistance. I was welcomed into their pack by our Alpha, Henry Miller. However, when our eyes briefly met, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Unfortunately, my intuition proved correct, as the Alpha treated everyone poorly, like slaves and dirt. Some members of the pack left secretly to become a rogue or join another pack, while others, like myself, were unable to leave and remained behind. It has been 6 long years since that fateful incident. I remain a member of the Midnight Moon Pack, serving as an Omega. Each day is a repetitive routine, rising at 5 a.m., getting ready, cooking breakfast, tidying the pack house, cooking dinner, washing dishes, and finally resting. Initially, the pack treated me with kindness and sympathy, but when I turned 16, I was unable to shift into my wolf. Everyone assumed I was wolfless and treated me differently. I received physical abuse, including punches, kicks, and bruises, whenever I made mistakes or angered someone. Fortunately, some of the other Omegas were kind enough to help me heal my wounds. One of them, Lola, became my friend. She is about 2 years younger than me, and we both came from the old pack. She was still a toddler when we were attacked, so she couldn't remember much of it. We stick together as much as possible to support one another. Ouch, I expressed discomfort as she tended to my fresh injuries. I'm sorry, just a few more. I'll be quick, I promise, Lola said. She finished applying the ointments and bandages after a few minutes, and there was now some relief from the pain. Corey? Lola paused. I know what is going on in her mind. I know she thinks that this is way too much and that I should stand up or run away. Lola, I understand your concern. However, I cannot leave because if I do, they may find another Omega to torment or harm. I do not want that to happen. I told her that I couldn't let anyone else get hurt. It would weigh too heavily on my conscience, and I simply wouldn't allow it. It's just that your body might fail. It might not cause any more pain. I don't want you to. I pulled her into a hug. She's scared, and so am I. I don't want to die this young. I desire to find my soulmate before departing from this world. someone who will rescue me from the troubles around me, shield me from harm, and embrace me unconditionally. I know that look, Lola said with a smirk. You're daydreaming. You're thinking about your mate. I blushed when she said that. Well, of course. I've been thinking of my mate ever since I learned what mates are. And in a few weeks, I will turn 18. I am just so excited. She laughed. Oh, a hopeless romantic, and I am excited for you too. I hope he'll be kind, strong, and hot. She placed emphasis on the final point. However, I too share the same hope. Everyone is entitled to their dreams, aren't they? How about you? You'll turn 18 soon, well, in 2 years. Are you not looking forward to meeting your mate? Of course I am. It's just that. She exhaled. I am scared that it's someone from this pack. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. Do you think he will reject you? Yes, although he may not turn me down. What if he happens to be one of the bullies? It feels so wrong to be with him, you know? Especially if it is Austin Miller. Though, I don't think the moon goddess is that cruel. I could never be mated to an alpha like Austin Miller, I thought to myself as we both let out a sigh. He's the soon-to-be alpha and a notorious bully. Upon my arrival at the Midnight Moon Pack, I encountered him standing at the entrance of the pack house. His beaming smile was utterly captivating, and I couldn't help but smile back. Despite his father's reputation for being merciless, I hoped we could form a bond. He would often sneak me food, engage in playful banter, and spend time with me. However, his demeanor changed abruptly, and he began to ignore me once he discovered that I hadn't undergone my transformation yet. The Alpha's son was more severe than the others when it came to subjecting me to torture and punishment. Corey, go to the pack house now. The Alpha is calling for you. An Omega called out. I wondered what it could be. I'll be there in a minute. No, now. She sounds mad and frustrated. Hurry up. You know how the Alpha is when we're late. I hurried to get patched up by Lola before making my way to the pack house. By the time I arrived at Alpha Henry's office, I was already gasping for breath. Despite this, I didn't have a moment to rest and immediately knocked on the door. Alpha Henry, is there something I can help you with? I asked politely. I called you 5 minutes ago. You're slow because you don't have a wolf. He growled in frustration, acknowledging the truth of the situation. It was undeniable that the others possessed superior speed and strength due to their wolf genes. I called you here because you need to prepare for my son's birthday. He will turn 18 next week. Oh, right. It's Austin's birthday. Now, I don't want you to ruin anything and make sure everything is perfect. Are we clear? He said with a low growl, a warning. Yes, Alpha, I said and was dismissed. Corey's POV. The entire pack is filled with excitement and joy as they prepare for the upcoming celebration of the soon-to-be Alpha's 18th birthday. On this momentous occasion, Alpha Henry will officially pass on the title and finally meet his long-awaited mate. The anticipation surrounding this special day is palpable, and it is imperative that everything runs smoothly to ensure a flawless celebration. What else? Did I forget anything? The cake. Foods. Good. Decors. Good. Wines. Good. It appears that everything is in order. That's great. I must ensure that I don't make any mistakes, or else there's a possibility of being confined to my room without any food or water. I rechecked everything, and just in time, the guests arrived. Austin's closest friends, Roma, the Beta, and Dawn, the Gamma, were the first to arrive. Accompanying them was Chloe, Austin's girlfriend, who they regarded as the next Luna and the queen bee of the group. She looked stunning in her mid-thigh pink dress, which had thin straps and ruffles from the chest to the back, and those lovely pink heels. It's no surprise that she's the queen bee with her striking model-like appearance, great physique, and fantastic fashion sense. Ew! Stop staring at me, you creep! Chloe exclaimed. I didn't realize I had been staring at her for so long. I'm sorry, I said as I lowered my head. Whatever. If I didn't know any better, you are jealous. You like my dress, right? I didn't look up or say anything. Too bad. It wouldn't look good on you. Just continue wearing that piece of whatever that is you are wearing. As I walked in, I felt her gaze scanning me from head to toe. After a brief chuckle, everyone headed towards the garden where the party was being held. The pack house was bustling with guests arriving for the party. When the festivities began, a huge pile of gifts awaited Austin. Many of them were top-of-the-line items from luxury brands, such as designer clothes, trendy gadgets, and the latest games. One particularly extravagant gift was a sleek red Ferrari parked in the driveway, courtesy of Alpha Henry and Luna Josephine. Everyone who caught sight of the car was left in awe. Clearly, only the finest gifts were deemed suitable for the future Alpha. I hear loud music coming from the garden, permeating the walls of the pack house. People are singing and dancing, creating a lively atmosphere. While waiting in line, Austin arrives just as a new song begins. I perceived a subtle fragrance lingering in the atmosphere, which piqued my curiosity. Intrigued, I inhaled deeply and discerned a complex medley of woody and clean scents. Alas, my attention was abruptly diverted when Lola jostled me aside. "Hey, I've been calling out your name. What's wrong with you? Anyway, more guests are coming. Be ready." That pulled me out of my stance. As he confidently strode towards the stage, the guests offered their heartfelt congratulations and eagerly shook his hand in admiration. Upon reaching the front, his closest friends warmly patted him on the back, and he lovingly embraced Chloe with a passionate kiss, one that brimmed with intense affection and threatened to escalate into a steamy makeout session at any moment. While Lola and I were taken aback by the public display of affection, the rest of the crowd erupted in a chorus of cheers, claps, whistles, and approving shouts, expressing their unreserved enthusiasm and support. Lola and I had the pleasure of remaining in the bustling kitchen to lend a hand to the skilled cooks and staff. The dishes they expertly crafted were nothing short of impressive. Alpha Henry and Luna Josephine provided meticulous instructions for the most delectable and opulent ingredients to be utilized for this evening's grand feast. The spread consisted of a vast array of seafood, ranging from succulent shrimp to plump mussels and decadent lobsters, as well as succulent steaks, an assortment of mouth-watering kinds of pasta, heavenly French pastries, and the finest, most expensive wine. It was a truly lavish display of culinary prowess. It was rather amusing to think about the sheer quantity of food that had been prepared, especially considering that the Lycan King would not be in attendance. I couldn't help but let out a soft chuckle at the thought. It was only natural that the Lycan King would not grace an event hosted by a pack as humble as Midnight Moon. The festivities continued with guests delighting in the food and drinks. When we believe that there is still an abundance of food available, we take a brief pause to rest. I stepped outside to take a break and catch my breath. In a few days, I'll be turning 18, and while it won't be a big celebration, that's okay. The only thing I wish for is that my parents were here. The thought made me sad, but I tried to shake it off and get back to work. Suddenly, I caught a whiff of a familiar scent, and my curiosity was piqued. I couldn't resist following it to see where it was coming from. As I arrived at the lake, I caught sight of a shadowy figure. My heart rate quickened at the sight of this man, yet I couldn't shake the feeling that he was somehow familiar. It was as though we had known each other for years. As I approached him, his enticing scent grew increasingly stronger. Despite not knowing this man, I found myself longing to be held in his arms and breathe in his captivating fragrance. At that precise moment, the moon illuminated the man, causing me to pause as I recognized him. Upon turning around, I was faced by Austin Miller. Was it he whom I detected earlier? The scent of his cologne was overpowering, even from several feet away. I wondered if he had switched to a different fragrance. A sudden realization hit me, but I couldn't believe it was true. As I was processing my thoughts, he locked eyes with me, confirming my suspicion. Before I could respond, he spoke up. "I thought it was just some sick joke or the moon goddess playing some mind games," he chuckled while shaking his head. We both couldn't believe that this was happening. "Seriously, this is what I get from the moon goddess?" he said in disbelief. "I am an alpha for goddess' sake, and you are my..." He couldn't finish his sentence. "Mate," I continued to him, "I am looking for a reliable and powerful Luna, someone who can safeguard the pack and serve as a role model. I don't want an Omega without a wolf. It hurts." As I struggled to focus, my vision became blurry, and the music from the party faded into the background. I attempted to make sense of the situation. He spoke, "No, this is unacceptable. Austin Miller. No. He's going to reject Austin Miller." Alston Alpha of the Midnight Moon Pack, reject Corey Hemmings as my mate and the Luna of this pack. Corey's POV. I, Austin Miller, Alpha of the Midnight Moon Pack, reject Corey Hemmings as my mate and the Luna of this pack. I am experiencing a challenging time trying to catch my breath, and my heart feels like it has been shattered into tiny pieces. It fucking hurts. I tried to speak out loud, but unfortunately no sound came out of my mouth. Accept the rejection, now, he growled, commanding me to accept this. I can't breathe. I can't believe it. Wide-eyed and catching my breath. I know. It is Austin Miller, a big fat bully, but he is still my mate. My mate. The one who will love and protect me regardless of who I am and what I am. But why this? I am sobbing. Hard, I can't stop the tears from flowing. Did you hear what I said? Or are you now deaf? I said, accept the rejection, now. As he approached me, he gently raised my chin, allowing me to meet his piercing gaze. His eyes were the color of the ocean, devoid of any hint of remorse or regret. Don't drag this any longer. I want this to be over with so I can get back to my party with my friends and Chloe. Chloe? He still wants Chloe despite finding his mate. Are you planning to mark her? I asked despite knowing the answer. Yes, she is better to be Luna and my mate than you, he responded immediately, without hesitation. At this point, I feel numb and am unable to sense or hear anything else. Despite attempting to collect my thoughts and consider my options, I am aware of what must be done. He is never going to accept me, ever. I, Corey Hemmings, are reject. Say it clearly. I, Corey Hemmings, reject Austin Miller as my mate. I saw a bit of pain in his eyes, but it was gone quickly. Good. It was the last thing I heard from him. I ran away from the pack house. I took solace in the deeper parts of the forest and cried my heart out. Mom and Dad, I thought finding my mate would be one of the best things to happen to me. Now I have no wolf and no mate. Why is the moon goddess so cruel to me? Why? Although I believed I had exhausted my tears, they continued to fall uncontrollably. As the sun began to set, I retreated to my bedroom, although I doubted I would be able to sleep. As I closed my eyes, I experienced a vivid dream of a white wolf with burning ember eyes. The wolf appeared sorrowful and emitted a mournful whimper. What have they done to you? I asked. My mate. He rejected me. It said, I know how you feel. I was also rejected. Such a coincidence to meet a wolf in my dreams, and one that was rejected. What's your name? Hada. It means white. It suits me, and I believe you can see why. Why are you in my dreams, Hoda? You will know soon. Now is not yet the time, but I promise we'll meet again, she said as she turned her back to me. Wait. I woke from my slumber. Hada. I thought of the wolf's name. That dream felt surreal. Did I talk to a white wolf? What did she mean by that we would meet again? And when? Corey. Where were you last night? Lola asked as she entered my room. I just didn't feel well, so I slept. Don't lie to me. I looked everywhere for you. I looked into your room there. So, where were you? Lola was persistent. I met my mate, I said. I dragged out the last words, looking over at Lola's stunned expression. Her mouth hung open in disbelief, leaving her speechless. No way. Who is it? Is he from our pack? What does he look like? And what did you two do last night? She said teasingly. First, nothing happened last night. Second, yes, he is from our pack. Third, he is Austin Miller. Yes, the new alpha. Lastly, he rejected me. I said it quickly, hoping she wouldn't catch every word. And silence. What? Wah. Hold it right there, Missy. Have I mentioned Lola's strong-willed and assertive nature, as she tends to hold on to things and doesn't easily let them go? So you are saying you found your mate? I nodded. From Midnight Moon Pack, our pack. I nodded again. Your mate is the new alpha, Austin Miller, who threw a party last night. That Austin Miller? I nodded yet again. And he rejected you last night? I nodded twice. I feel like I have to ask again because it doesn't sound real. Are you sure? You didn't have any alcohol last night? I understand that this is unbelievable because I too couldn't believe it. I know it is real because the rejection still hurts. Yes, I am 100% sure, and I swear under the moon goddess, she gasped. I am so sorry, Corey. If I only knew, I would have come earlier. I could have also stolen some wine from the party last night and gotten drunk until sunrise. That would have been good. A drink would be nice. Yeah, you're right. But I couldn't bring myself to go back to the party. I was devastated. I was hurt. I find myself unable to complete my sentence as tears stream down my face once again. I was enveloped in a tight, secure embrace as strong arms wrapped themselves around me. The warmth of the embrace comforted me, and I found myself crying even harder, overwhelmed with emotion. The embrace lasted for a few moments before the person let go, leaving me to collect myself. "What are you going to do now?" she asked. "I don't know. I am so lost right now. Before I slept last night, I kept on debating whether to run away and be a rogue or stay despite the pain. It's okay. Take your time. For today, have some more rest. I'll tell them that you are sick, all right?" I can hear the concern in her voice. I nodded, agreeing with her. "I'll also bring you some food later and check on you during breaks. Just rest, okay?" Lola left, and no one came into my room for the whole day except for Lola to check on how I was doing. I said I was fine, but I am not so sure. At night, she brought some bread and cheese, and she sat down in the bed across from me. "Here, have some. Also, try this." She handed me a bottle and kept on insisting I drink it. "Hurry up! Try it!" I tilted my head back and placed my lips on the bottle's rim. As the liquid entered my mouth and traveled down my throat, I couldn't help but cough. "What the heck is this? It's wine!" She was full of excitement and pride, having managed to steal some wine. "What the hell were you thinking? What if you get caught?" "Don't worry, I had my way. Now, don't think about it, just eat and drink. Let's have some fun tonight and forget all about mates." I must confess that I feel both nervous and excited at the same time. We indulged in drinking until the late hours of the night. Oh, before I forget to mention, I heard that the Lichen King will be coming here next week. I almost spit the wine. What? Why is he coming here? I don't know. I just heard that he'll be here and some of his guards, so all hands on deck. Oh, goddess, what is happening? Lucas's POV. It seems like the paperwork is never ending. There are always more documents that require signatures, and they keep piling up. I have received requests from various packs for assistance, additional funding, and invitations to attend their events. Their soon-to-be Alpha's birthday, Luna's oath-taking, their newborn celebration, etc. Silas, my beta, has been assisting me with managing all of these tasks. Meanwhile, Elias, our second strongest fighter, is responsible for training the rest of the kingdom. But it is not enough. I need to take a break. I was about to stand up, but the doors to my office opened. Silas came in, holding more documents. Great. When I saw him walk towards my table, he chuckled. "Your Highness, these papers need your signature. If you may, kindly sign all of them within the day," he said mockingly. He cannot stop chuckling. So he finds this funny, huh? All right, then. "Silas, my beta, I know you are smart, and you know what should be approved of and what not. So please take over for..." I paused, thinking how many hours I should punish him. "Let's say for 2 hours while I take a break and I need to let my wolf out." He laughed. He actually laughed. "You can't do that. So, Your Highness, please take a seat and sign these. Let's make him work longer. My wolf, Kali, is now pissed off." "Oh, Silas, and that is a command. Chop, chop. I will be back in 2 hours," I said, using my alpha voice. All will comply if I use my alpha voice on them. However, there is one exception. However, she has not yet appeared in my life. My mate. At present, I am 21 years of age. Following my father's untimely death, King George Dacre III, in an ambush, I was appointed the Werewolf King. When it happened, my mother, Queen Juliana Dacre, accompanied him. They planned to visit a different pack before heading to Paris for a brief vacation, and they were overpowered. There were too many rogues. I was only 17 at that time. I am grateful that my father could mentor me before he passed away, and that Silas' parents, who were betas, provided guidance throughout my kingship. I shifted into my wolf form, Kali, and raced through the forest. Along the way, we encountered both border guards and hikers. I shifted when I was just 16. Meet Kali, a majestic black wolf with stunning hazel eyes. He is 3 times larger than other typical wolves. If you are the Werewolf King, you are faster, stronger, and more potent than others. Come on, it's time to go back. Silas would be furious if we took a more extended break, I said to Kali. As we entered my office, I heard Silas. "Finally! You're back!" I chuckled at the tiredness of his voice. "It's not so funny anymore, right? Whatever." He rolled his eyes. All right. I am back, and I think I can finish half of this pile." I continued working for another 30 minutes until I heard Silas grunt. I can't believe it. The pack went over their budget for the year, and they are asking for additional financial support. Can you imagine? How much was their budget? Based on the approved budget, it is around $1 million US. Why are they requesting additional resources? Have there been any attacks by rogues on their pack? I read that there are plans to renovate both the school and the hospital and purchase new medical equipment. Hold on, why do I feel like I read that somewhere? What is the name of the pack again? The Midnight Moon Pack. I checked some of our old and new records. Viola. As expected, they requested extra funding last year and a few years back. According to one of the records, they asked for additional funds for hospital renovations, and the request was made 2 years ago. Silas, look at this. I showed him the old records. Something's fishy. It seems suspicious that they must renovate the facilities again after 2 years. Did they not complete the renovations the first time around? Before that, several projects were underway, including a pack house renovation, the development of a library, a new playground, and various other initiatives. I agree. They are asking for way too much. What kind of materials are they using? And what major renovations are they planning? Do we have members around the area of the Midnight Moon Pack? I asked. I remember sending a few fighters to assist a pack under attack. Their location was approximately 15 to 20 kilometers toward the east of the Midnight Moon Pack. I need more information because I find this hard to believe. We demonstrate leniency and generosity, particularly towards the packs that the kingdom safeguards. But some are abusive and take advantage of the kingdom to satisfy their needs. Have someone check the schools and hospitals. I need proof, and they can disguise themselves or use whatever excuse they need to enter the facilities. Got it. I will try to mind link someone from the group. Make sure to update me. I proceeded to review and sign the majority of the documents. After I had done enough, I went outside to check the training grounds. When I arrived, Elias had just started the sparring session, and he acknowledged my presence by nodding in my direction. I've chosen Elias to head up the physical training sessions for our fighters and anyone interested in learning. We don't discriminate based on gender, race, or age. It is better this way because when an attack comes, they will be able to protect their families and we will have more resources to fight back. Lucas! I groaned. I know who owns that high-pitched voice. What do you want, Laura? I said coldly. Oh, nothing. I just missed you, she said as she pressed her chest in my arm. I don't like her smell. Get her away from us. Kali spoke to me in my head. I attempted to free my arm from her grip, but she tightened her hold. Let go, Laura, I said through gritted teeth. Don't be so cold. Didn't you miss me? She got closer and fluttered her eyelashes at me. I might have found it endearing in the past because, whether you believe it or not, I used to date this annoying woman. Well, it is more of a one-night stand. It happened when I was devastated to learn that I hadn't met my mate. I was drunk, and she approached me. We left the bar, went to a motel, and I couldn't remember the rest. The following morning, I woke up next to a naked woman, both of us. I made a douche move and left the motel without saying a word. Then that afternoon, I discovered she was one of my cousin's friends. My cousin Renee introduced me to her and said that her friend, Laura, was visiting while she was looking for a place to stay near her university. This is karma. I shouted in my head, "Ha ha, good for you! I told you to stop drinking last night. I know you are sad, but this can't happen again. I will only mate with my mate. If you do this again, I will shift and scare your date," Callie said, annoyed. Back to reality, I shrugged Laura's hold. Let me go. I need to train. And don't make me repeat myself. I growled. That got her to let me go. Who the hell does she think she's being clingy and acting like my lover? When we were introduced to each other, I made it clear that nothing would come out of it. I ran towards Elias and whispered, "Spar with me." Well, at least pretend to spar with me. He knew the drill. So we started sparring until Laura left. A few minutes later, I could feel someone trying to mind-link me. "Lucas, I have an update regarding the Midnight Moon Pack," Silas said. "All right, be right there." Corey's POV. Several days ago, everyone in the pack was summoned to attend a gathering. There have been rumors circulating that Alpha Austin has already found his mate and is planning to make an announcement. So he found his second chance. Mate? Huh? Upon learning of the rumors, a sharp pain pierced my heart. It still hurts, but not as much as the first one. Maybe we are losing the mate bond. There is also speculation regarding the impending visit of the Werewolf King. We all gathered in the pack house, with Alpha Austin at the center. I couldn't look in his direction, so I kept my head down. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming today. We have 3 important announcements to share, so please give your undivided attention to Alpha Austin. In a booming tone, Roma exclaimed loudly. Whispers about what they might be are being shared around the room. Do you think it's true that he found his mate? Well, second chance, mate. Lola whispered in my ear. I don't know. We'll have to wait. I responded with a shrug. Everyone, your attention, please, Roma said. The entire group fell silent. Thank you. It's great to hear that everyone is excited about the news. Let's begin with the visit of the Werewolf King to our pack territory. As per the King's beta, Silas, the King intends to personally visit various packs to assess their progress, address their concerns, and connect with his people. He will be flying from Alaska to Idaho and will arrive on Monday. Along with the King is his beta, gamma, and a few fighters. Our guests will be staying with us for 10 days, so I expect everyone here to help with the preparations and be on your best behavior during their stay. Second, I know everyone would be excited to hear this. I have found my mate, he continued. I was surprised to discover that the rumors were true. Well, good for them. There is a lot of excitement and speculation about who his mate will be and who will become the future Luna. Everyone, I am introducing my mate and the Midnight Moon's Luna, Chloe Williams. Lastly, we're excited to announce that Luna's coronation will occur during next week's full moon. We're honored to have the Werewolf King in attendance for this special occasion. The pack members applaud and cheer for the couple, expressing joy at seeing their future Luna. After the gathering, Lola and I returned to our chores. However, just as we were about to enter the kitchen, she quickly pulled me into the storage closet. Wow, is this happening? I can't believe he found his second chance mate so quickly, she exclaimed. I simply shrugged in response to her disbelief at the announcement. I was also shocked, but had no right to question the moon goddess' plans. I guess the moon goddess has her favorites. For the remainder of the day, we resumed our usual daily activities and made arrangements for the anticipated arrival of the Werewolf Kings. We have thoroughly prepared the cabins for the Werewolf King and his subjects. We washed the bed sheets, cleaned all areas, and ensured that all amenities were in good condition, such as the air conditioners, refrigerators, televisions, faucets, and showers. There are about 3 to 4 more cabins that need to be cleaned. Since it was already late, we decided to stop for the day and return tomorrow to resume. Following that, we retrieved some snacks and beverages before heading back to our respective rooms. Monday, so the Werewolf King will be here on Monday, and I will be busier than ever on my birthday. I hope it will be uneventful as the gathering was a while ago. It hasn't left my mind that Austin and Chloe are now mates. It is uncommon for us, but he has already found his second chance mate. When they found out, I wondered if Chloe knew I was his mate and if they had marked each other. I should not be thinking about this anymore. I am unable to control it. And the announcement today, it hurts. I thought I was okay, but I was not. Over the next few days, Lola and I dedicated our time to tidying up the remaining cabins, replacing the sheets, and adding finishing touches to the rooms. Afterward, we took care of the food supplies and ensured we had enough to last from the King's arrival until his departure. And in those days, Luna Josephine kept a strict watch on everything. She ensured everything was perfect, from the curtain's color to the plates we would use. Tsk, what is wrong with you two? Can't you even get this right? Luna Josephine angrily sighed. We were in the kitchen placing the tableware and making the final touches on the dining table. Are we eating the entire garden? She asked sarcastically when she noticed the floral patterns on the plates. And look at these utensils! Oh my goddess, they are not shiny enough. But Luna, we washed, sanitized, and polished them twice already, Lola answered. Well, do it again, Luna Josephine shouted. What is wrong, Mother? My heart skipped when I heard his voice. Alpha Austin entered the kitchen and looked at his mother worriedly. Oh, these two. They are giving me a terrible headache. They can't even do these simple things. I want to hide until the Werewolf King leaves. I think I will die of embarrassment. Don't worry, Mother. I will make sure everything is in order before the King's arrival. I will also have Chloe look over these. She has a good sense of style, you know. That's wonderful. Oh, son, I'm glad you have Chloe as your mate. Well then, I will leave it to you both. Luna Josephine left happily with her son's assurance. So now, both of you, continue cleaning but do not do some decorating until Chloe gets here. Understood? He asked while trying to avoid looking at me. Yes, Alpha. We continued cleaning as ordered by Austin and waited for Chloe. Could this get any worse? Corey's POV. After Austin left, Lola and I cleaned the whole pack house, the cabins, and other areas where the Werewolf King might visit. We took a quick break, grabbed a piece of bread and water. It has been an hour and a half since our break, and Chloe still hasn't arrived. Do you even think she is coming? Lola asked. I don't know. Maybe, I said with a flat tone. I couldn't care less if she has a good eye for styling. I don't want to see or talk to her. I want to lay in my bed and sleep even for a couple of hours. I just want to rest. We have been cleaning and rearranging furniture all day, Lola exclaimed. I know. I feel the same, but we cannot leave. Who knows what kind of punishment awaits us if we do not meet with Chloe and finish this. If not for the Alpha's and Luna's wrath, I would leave everything else and rest. But after more than 10 years of being in this pack, I know resting right now is unacceptable. Let's just wait for a couple more minutes. I stand corrected. Chloe arrived a few hours later. Yes, hours. When she arrived, she looked around the setup and decorations for the King's arrival. Ugh, I now understand why you needed me. All these are horrible. Then she looked at us from head to toe. Well, what do Luna and Austin expect from you two anyway? You have no sense of fashion at all. You look all so dirty and smelly. Yikes! Oh well, that's why I'm here. She said with so much pride. I cannot get annoyed because I somehow believe what she said. Compared with Chloe, dressed in a branded dress and shoes, freshly manicured nails, and her new hair color that complements her skin, I am standing in my ragged clothes, chipped nails, and tangled and messy hair. So what are you standing there for? Get to work. Yes, Chloe. So where do we start? Luna Josephine did not like the dishes. Hold up. Chloe, first, we are not friends for you to call me casually by my name. Second, you are an Omega. And lastly, I am your new Luna. I expect a high level of respect from you. We held our heads down. Yes. Yes, what? Yes, Luna, we said simultaneously. Good. Now, change the plates with fewer patterns. Look for something with solid colors. No wonder Luna Josephine was agitated. It looks like you have a whole garden of flowers and plants here. Ha ha ha! The whole setup looks great. The plates have this sweet floral design that makes everything look fancy. And the green runners and napkins perfectly match the flowers on the plates. Those silver utensils are super shiny and add to the fancy vibe. The vase in the middle is overflowing with flowers, making everything look so pretty. Oh, and remember the goblets. They have these cool leaf patterns on them that complete the whole look. Oh, okay, I get what she meant by the whole garden thing. Lola and I spent the entire time following Luna Chloe's directions. We listened to her, from the tableware to the color of the vase, the flowers, the curtains, and basically everything. And I have to admit, everything looks better than before. After a few more alterations, Chloe finally decided that we were done here. Oh, just look at how wonderful everything is. All thanks to my exquisite and expensive taste. I'm confident that everyone will be impressed with the transformation I've made to the pack house. It's now fit for a king. Perhaps the king will also be impressed with me, and perhaps he will even favor me. Lola looked at me and rolled her eyes. I gestured for her to stop before Chloe noticed. Now, I have to go. Austin is expecting me tonight. Oh, my heart, my poor broken heart. How much more will it sting before it completely stops? Lola grabbed me and turned us both toward our chamber. Don't mind her. Come on, let's get some rest. We only have a couple of hours to prepare breakfast and wake everyone up for school. You're right. I am so tired and I seriously need a shower. We have been working all day and are covered in sweat and dust. Yeah, you kinda stink. The new Luna said so. Lola sarcastically said. Oh, Lola, you know she's right. She's going to be Luna soon. Once they have the ceremony, we have to call her Luna Chloe. We better get used to it. As we were near our chambers, Lola slowly stopped. I know that, but it was supposed to be you. You were supposed to be Luna, and you are more than fit to be Luna. You are kind, compassionate, brave, and every other characteristic a Luna should have, while her... I stopped her before she ended up saying something negative that others might hear. This is the moon goddess's plan, Lola. There is nothing we can do about it. And me, a Luna, do you even hear yourself? I sighed exhaustedly. You know what? Let's not talk about this. Lola, let's get some rest. All right? At the same time, I heard my stomach growl. Yeah, we last had a proper meal on our break. Your stomach says otherwise. We stared at each other and just started laughing. Lucas's POV. A few days before this, Silas and I had been struggling to find an excuse to visit the Midnight Moon Pack. We discussed our plans to integrate our investigation into the Midnight Moon Pack. We explored the pros and cons and weighed our options carefully before making any decisions. How about telling them you are visiting to check on the pack, get close to the people, and hear their problems? Silas said. Nodding, I said, That's good, but this is the first time we are doing this, me visiting them in person. Well, yeah, usually you ask someone else. Do you think they will suspect something is wrong? And what about the council? What are we to tell them? Let's do just that. We might find our mate along the way. Callie said, I don't think so. Let's not get our hopes up. We are still thinking if this is the best to go. Hey, Lucas, what did Callie say? That we should go because we might find our mate. That's it. We can use that to convince the council, Silas enthusiastically said. No. Oh, come on, Lucas. They have been pestering you to choose a mate. This is a perfect plan. Thank goddess for Callie. Ha ha ha. And what do you know? The council approved, and some actually rejoiced that I was proactively seeking my mate and reaching out to the packs of this kingdom. So, Silas and Elias planned the itinerary. What pack should we visit first? Who were the fighters I would bring with me? And who would be left to protect the kingdom? The decision was made to inspect the packs in the kingdom's western region before heading to Idaho to visit the Midnight Moon Pack. I have brought some of the best fighters for this journey. Of course, Silas, Elias, Iris, Elias' mate, Tommy, third best fighter, and his twin, Ellie. We started our journey 2 days ago and have already visited a couple of packs. Some alpha and pack members were surprised, excited, and worried about my arrival. But after spending some time with them, I am glad we were on this trip. I get to see most packs' situations, issues with rouges, and their needs. Can we take these pups with us? They are so cute and adorable, Ellie said. You know we can't. And come on, Ellie. You always want to take home anything cute, pretty, or adorable, Tommy exclaimed. Whatever, Tommy, they make my world so much brighter, Ellie said with an eye roll directed to Tommy, and the twins started bickering. Again, if not for them being a boy and a girl, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Both have brown hair, round-shaped hazel eyes, plumped lips, and even their freckles, and the place of the moles is the same. All right, stop that, both of you. We have to leave already, or we'll be late, Silas said. Aren't you just so adorable, Ellie dear? Ha ha ha! There are a lot of cute pups we're going to see in other packs, so don't worry, Iris said. Well, if there's anyone that can convince Ellie, it is her. They have been friends since they were kids. Iris is just a few months older than the twins and has been with them for most years. You might even think they are siblings because of Iris's brown hair and eyes. Oh, fine. I'll visit them again next time, Ellie said with a pout. Let's go now, triplets, I said. Your Majesty, I hope you don't associate my mate with those two, Elias jokingly said. Elias and Iris found each other when he was 20 years old, and Iris was 18. We did not expect them to be mates because they are like cats and dogs. They often disagree and can't stand being in the same room. That's why everyone was surprised when they announced it last year. Talk about fate. Don't worry, we'll find ours too. I can feel it, Callie said in my mind. I shrugged his enthusiasm and proceeded to leave. We rode the cars and left for Idaho. Silas is with me in the car. The couple is in the car in front of us, and the twins are behind. This is the best formation in case we get ambushed along the way. After a few hours, we reached the borders of the Midnight Moon Pack. In just a few more minutes, we will arrive at the pack house. And after entering the pack borders, I can feel Kali getting uneasy. It feels like something is scratching in my mind, like he is trying to get out. "Lucas, what's wrong?" Silas asked, concerned. "Kali's sensing something. He is trying to come out." "What? Like right now?" "Yeah, he wants to shift. Kali, you have to stop. What's wrong?" I asked with panic in my voice. "Is there some trap? Rogues? An ambush? I can smell something, but I can't point out where it is coming from." Now hearing his voice, I can sense that he is uneasy yet. "Excited? What do you mean?" "I smell flowers. It has a gentle and sweet powdery scent." I sniffed the air, and there is that sweet, gentle, and calming scent. Lucas, we are here," Silas interrupted. Kali is somehow excited. He said he had smelled a powdery floral scent since we entered the borders. I spilled to him what Kali told me. "Huh, but we did not pass by any gardens or flowers on the way. Are you sure?" "Yeah, I am sure. I had my eyes out the window. You are acting weird, so I thought something bad might happen. I mind-linked everyone, and we were on high alert the whole way. If that is the case, then what is that smell? Where is it coming from?" "Your Majesty, King Lucas, welcome to our pack. We are glad you made it safely." Alpha Austin welcomed us with the former Alpha Henry and Luna Josephine by his side. We gave our respects to everyone. The moment I laid eyes on the surroundings and the pack house, I could already see how extravagant and luxurious they were living. Luxury sports cars are parked near the entrance to showcase their authority and position in the pack. The 5-acre mansion is almost as big as a stadium, and their clothes scream luxury. "Oh, what a warm welcome. We are glad that we did not run into anything on the way," Silas exclaimed. "That's great to hear. We can catch up on your trip later. Why don't you go inside and have a drink first? Would the king like that?" Luna Josephine asked tenderly. "Yes, that will be great." I kept my answer short, to not give away the irritation from spilling out of me. Great. You can leave your luggage in the car. Our Omegas will take care of it," Alpha Austin said. I got irritated more than I should have with what he said. Is it because I can feel how he disrespects them, or how low he thinks of them? As the wind blew, I smelled that scent again, and I feel calm. The irritation I felt towards Alpha Austin somehow vanished. "It is getting stronger," Kali said excitedly. "I can feel him going in circles. As soon as a pair of young ladies entered my vision, I heard Kali. 'She is here, Lucas, our mate.'" Lucas POV. "Mate. She's here." I quickly scanned the area. I checked and tried to feel where the pull was coming from, but I couldn't find her. I saw 2 young ladies walking around outside the pack house. They were carrying a couple of baskets that looked heavier than them. I tried to go where they were, but Silas stopped me. "Where are you going?" I thought I saw someone." "Who?" "Have you been here before?" "No, but you know what? Never mind. Let's find her." "Hold your tail." "Kali." "Why? She's here somewhere. We've been waiting for her for years." "I know, Kali. Do you think I don't want to see her? It's just now is not the right time." "Why are you holding back?" Kali growled. "Because we have other things to do here. I have to meet with the Alpha and Luna." "Why is that more important?" "We'll find her, okay? As soon as dinner is over." "Welcome, Your Majesty. We are glad to have you here. We hope your trip was uneventful. I am Alpha Austin, by the way." He extended his hand in greeting. I shook his hand. "Good to meet you. And I am Silas." Then he introduced everyone else. "This Elias, Iris, Tommy, and Ellie. We are glad to have everyone join us for a few days. I am Luna Josephine, by the way, the former Luna. We will have you meet the new Luna during dinner because she is busy preparing the dishes," she said. "And I am the former Alpha Henry." "Oh, where are my manners? We'll have our people bring in some drinks. Is there anything you want? We have coffees from Turkey and Africa, teas from Asia, smoothies and juices." Alpha Austin spoke, and I got the hint that he is boasting that they have the best quality beans or teas. "Your Majesty, what would you like?" Luna Josephine asked. "A glass of water." "Oh, no worries, Your Majesty. Lola, bring glasses of water for everyone here, and hurry up a little bit, dear," Luna Josephine commanded. A few minutes later, one of the young ladies I saw earlier entered the room. She has short blonde hair, green eyes, and pale skin. It appears that she is a young girl, possibly between the ages of 15 and 16. I tried sniffing the air, but it didn't have that floral scent. "So is it the other girl?" "I told you that we should look for her." "Kali, calm down. and stop clawing your way out. It isn't easy to sit here and have you scratching at my head. Fine, but we will look for her later. Hey, Lucas, your mind is somewhere else. Is something wrong? Silas mind-linked me. No. Where were we? They are asking how your other trips were. And is there any place you want to see in the pack? I was glad to visit the other packs, and from what I saw, the requested funds were used very well. I am also happy to see the pack members living harmoniously with each other. That's great to hear. I am glad our neighboring packs are doing great. We are also happy to lend a helping hand in the future. Alpha Austin said. I even dropped some innuendo, but they act like they are not doing anything wrong. Tsk. We'll see about that in the coming days. So, Your Majesty, is there anywhere you want to see or check? Alpha Austin, I believe it is best to show them to their cabin first and help them get some rest. What do you think, Your Majesty? I was surprised when the former Alpha Henry spoke. He's been quiet the whole time. Upon meeting him and shaking his hand, I immediately sensed a negative impression of him. Something does not sit right with me. Yes, that would be great. We would at least like to take a quick shower before dinner, Silas said. Of course, we will have someone lead you to your rooms. It was Lola again. Lola, help them with their luggage and help them with anything else they need. Alpha Austin said. Yes, Alpha. Right this way, Your Majesty. This is now directed to us. As Lola attempted to retrieve our luggage from the car's back, Silas intervened and prevented her from doing so. He, Elias, and Tommy carried our luggage while Lola guided us to our rooms. I also took the opportunity to do some investigation about the pack, but mostly about the girl she was with a while ago. However, just as I was about to begin, Silas interrupted with his own words. So I get that your name is Lola, right? Yes, It seemed like she didn't know how to address him. Silas, you can call me Silas. I am not the only one who feels like Silas is attracted to Lola. I saw how the twins grinned and how Elias and Iris exchanged glances. Well, this is interesting. How old are you, Lola? Silas continued to probe. I am 16. Oh, you are still young. What? You sound disappointed that she's 16. I mind-linked Silas. What are you talking about? Completely surprised. Ha ha ha! Come on, we've been best friends for years. It's just that. What are you laughing about? You know what? I'll tell you some other time. It's the first time I've seen you like this, and that's when it clicked. Is she your mate? I looked at Silas' reaction, and there it was. He is beet red and giddy. His emotion was all over his face. Yeah, but I don't think she knows it yet. She's 16, for goddess sake. We're here, Lola said. We reached the rooms that we would be staying in. It is close to the pack house and almost as huge as that. As we step inside, it's evident that the furniture present is both pricey and recently acquired. The living room has a vaulted ceiling made of rustic cedar planks, complemented by dim yellow lighting and a rock fireplace. The kitchen has a long, rustic log table that can accommodate more than 10 people, and matching chairs, a double-door refrigerator, all types of tableware, and a bar sink surrounded by Italian tiles. Let me know if you need anything else. I will leave now and give you time to, rest. Lola spoke. Ah, yes, thank you. I can't help but find Silas funny. He obviously doesn't know what to do. But before she leaves, I need to know something. Lola, are there girls around 18 or so here? I can't paint the look on her face. She is stunned, confused, and weirded out by that question. I mean, someone. Never mind. But for clarity's sake, it is not what you think it is. Oh, okay, Your Majesty. After she left, we all went to our rooms. I hung my clothes in the walk-in closet and took out all the paperwork I needed to work on before dinner. I was deep into my work when I looked at the clock and noticed it was almost time for dinner. I quickly put away the documents and prepared for a quick shower. Lucas, we have to go. Be right there. I quickly wore a black polo shirt and slacks and met with the rest. We better look for our mate after this, Lucas. Yeah. After dinner, Corey's POV. The Werewolf King had already arrived. Since the start of the day, Lola and I have been going back and forth in the pack house to ensure everything was in place. We also ensured that the dinner ingredients arrived on time and were fresh. Lola helped me carry all the ingredients to the pack house. Chop, chop, chop! Hurry up! I need those ingredients now, Chef Louise demanded. The Alpha recruited the city's finest chef, Louise, to cook an extravagant feast for the king. We swiftly set down the box and baskets filled with beef, lamb, pasta, assorted vegetables, and other necessary ingredients. "Okay, you," Chef Louise pointed at one of his staff. "You will work on the smoked salmon pasta with crispy capers." "Yes, chef. And you, start combining all the spices, salt, and pepper, and start setting the French oven over medium heat and get it preheating." Chef Louise appointed another chef for the other dish. "You," now pointing at me, "I don't think you can cook, but I will need you to assist with washing the dishes and utensils around here. Got that?" "Yes, chef." But at the back of my mind, I thought Chloe would be here to prepare or at least help prepare the dishes. It has been hectic inside the kitchen. Everyone was moving their bodies to prepare the best meal for the king. For tonight's dinner, the Alpha said to prepare for the whole pack and guests. There are more than 100 of us in the pack, so I can't imagine the work has to be done by the chefs. "Matt, how is the smoked salmon paste going?" "I am starting to fry the capers while waiting for the pasta to cook, chef." "Make sure you time the pasta. Don't overcook it." "Yes, chef." "How about you, Jamie? How are the braised lamb shanks?" "Already preheating the oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll be searing the lamb now." "Okay, good. Don't forget to turn it on all sides." "You, get me the red wine. I need that for the beef Wellington." "All right, chef." I hurriedly went to the storage room and looked for the red wine. As soon as I found the bottle, I ran and placed the wine on the table near Chef Louise. After a few hours, dinner is served. The rest of the pack arrived. Everyone is dressed in dressy casual attire, carrying the best bags and wearing stylish shoes while their hair is perfectly styled. Dressed to impress the king. When the king arrived, everyone went to give their respects or be on the king's good side. After a few exchanges, everyone remained seated while Chloe took the center of the dining hall. "Everyone, good evening. Today we welcome our special guests. Let's warmly welcome our werewolf king, Lucas Dacre." Everyone applauded. Now, Chloe addressed her speech to the king. "Your Majesty, we humbly welcome you to our pack. As the future Luna of this pack, we will ensure you have everything you need. So for tonight, we prepared the most fine-tasting dishes. We hope you enjoy tonight's dinner and the rest of your stay." Once everyone was settled, we served the appetizer steak and blue cheese bruschetta with onion and roasted tomato jam. Then, next are the main dishes, a classic beef Wellington, smoked salmon pasta with crispy capers, and braised lamb shanks with winter fruits. For dessert, Chef Louise prepared a so-called cardinal, a raspberry mousse with a creme brulee center, raspberry biscuit, and raspberry glaze. I can hear the clattering of the tableware in the kitchen, and I can't help but think about what today means for me when I see that tiny cake. It is my 18th birthday. I have been so busy all day that I almost forgot what today is. No need for me to be sad about this. This has been my birthday for the past 6 years. I shrugged the thought off, washed the pots and dishes the chef used, and cleaned the countertop. The dishes are never ending. It keeps on piling up. It took me a couple of hours to wash all the dishes. My hands are now wrinkly and red from scrubbing all the dirt from the pans and pots. "Hey, how are you? Do you need help?" I was so focused on drying the counters when Lola surprised me. "Oh, goddess, I thought it was someone else, but yes, I am almost done. Take a seat for a while. Let me finish the drying." "Thank you." I appreciated her help. "I don't think I can stand for a few more minutes." Lola finished the rest. We can now return to our rooms and rest before another hectic day. "Oh, goddess, we have to do this for breakfast, too." I just realized we would do this for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a few more days. Lola dragged me to the woods as we started walking our usual path. "What are we doing here? Can we go back? We have to prepare breakfast tomorrow for everyone," I whined. "Just for a bit. I want to show you something." "Fine, let's do it fast. I am a bit dizzy now." Okay. Close your eyes." "What? Come on, Lola. Not today. Let's play some other time. Please. Fine." So I closed my eyes. "Now open them." When I opened my eyes, I saw the tiny red cake in her hands with a tiny candle in the middle. Then Lola started singing Happy Birthday. "Happy 18th birthday, Corey." "How did you get them? Lola, please don't tell me you sneaked into the kitchen to get this." "No, of course not. One of our guests gave it to me. It was quite weird, but I'll tell you the story later. For now, make a wish and blow the candle. As I was about to blow out the candle, I felt my heart constrict. I feel dizzy. It is getting hazy and dark. I can hear Lola shouting my name over and over again. Corey! Corey! What happening? Corey! Corey! And before everything went completely dark, I saw a tall and broad shadow. I tried to warn Lola, but I couldn't speak. Then it got dark. All I remember thinking was, what's that refreshing and earthy smell? Corey's POV. My head hurts. I tried opening my eyes, but it was dark. I remember I was in the forest. There was a tiny red cake with a candle, and someone was singing happy birthday to me. Oh, right! It was my birthday. Lola surprised me on my birthday with the raspberry mousse. Then everything went blank. I hear Lola keep on shouting, "Oh, goddess, Lola! Where is she?" I tried looking around, but it was dark. I tried to recall what happened next. Before I passed out, I saw a dark shadow behind her. I don't know who or what it could have been. Could it be a rogue? I have to get up soon and check on Lola. But I don't even know where I am. Relax, Corey. Who's there? I feel like I've heard that voice before. It's me, Hada. I caught sight of the white wolf with fiery ember eyes that I had seen before. It's you again. Why are you here? I told you last time that we would meet again. Yes, I remember that. But why in my dreams? Let me introduce myself. I am Hoda. I am your wolf. My wolf? No. That can't be happening. I know you are confused right now. Let me explain. You have a wolf all this time, Corey. Ever since you were born, I was born too. I saw you and I was there when everything happened to you. I want to get out of every time they hurt you to prove them wrong. I want to fight them and protect you from those wolves. Then why didn't you? I realized the pain in my question. All my life, I was waiting and waiting and waiting to feel my wolf, but none. I want the torture and the pain to stop. I don't want to be different anymore. Don't cry, Corey. I didn't realize that I was crying until she told me to stop. I know you are hurt, and I am sorry for not fighting and protecting you all these years. So why now? Something stronger has come. It triggered and awakened me. Before, there was not much pull or connection to wake me. That is why I haven't shown myself all these years. Do you know who or what that is? I have a hunch. Although she was quick to hide, I saw that grin. It could be our mate, Austin, but he rejected me, and I accepted it. I can also feel the mate bond fading. No, not Austin. Our second chance mate. This time, our mate possesses an impressive amount of strength and power, and that is why he could pull me out of the haze. More powerful than an alpha? Oh, goddess! I think that the moon goddess is playing with me. I chuckled half-heartedly at Hoda's words. Yes, more powerful than an alpha. And I think he is someone close to the werewolf king. When the king arrived, I could feel someone trying to open the door and let me out. I think they are not sensing your wolf. They are trying to connect with us through the mate bond. They are looking for us, Corey. I don't know. I don't believe this. This is just another dream. Maybe I was too tired from all the preparation and tasks today. I remember feeling dizzy before I passed out. That could be it. Corey, I understand, but you have to believe me. This is not a dream. Our mate is here, and he is near. I can't believe this. We have a second chance, mate? Yes, and I believe he is with you now. Now? I tried to look around, but I didn't see anyone else. I heard Hada giggle. Not here, silly. When you wake up, I believe he will be beside you. How do you know? Do you not smell something refreshing and earthy? It is like he emerged from the tranquil waters of a forest pond as if they were born from the very heart of nature itself. Oh, now that she's mentioned it, I do remember smelling that scent before I lost consciousness. I think I did smell that before I passed out. So does that mean that the shadowy figure I saw is our mate? It could be, Corey. Now go back to Lola and find out who our mate is. We will see each other again. Wait! Hada! As soon as I opened my eyes, it was bright. I tried looking around, but I couldn't seem to find my strength. As I took a whiff, the scent of alcohol and a subtle hint of peppermint filled my nostrils. Hold on, I never knew I had a strong sense of smell. The sudden realization dawned on me. It is because of Hada, my wolf. I can feel tears sliding down the sides of my face. Then I heard voices. She's awake. A strong, deep, and gruff voice. I can feel the panic and concern in his voice. Call the doctor quickly. Now. He quickly came to my side. Hey, can you hear me? How are you feeling? I could feel someone sitting beside my bed. I can't turn around because my body still feels weak and in pain, but I smell the refreshing and earthy scent. Is it him? Who are you? And where am I? I asked, still feeling a bit confused about what was happening. You are at the hospital. As I was taking a walk in the forest, I saw you and your friend there. Then, your friend screamed and I rushed to see what was happening. Luckily, I was able to catch you, or else you would have hit your head. Oh, thank you so much. You can call me Lucas. Thank you, Lucas. Have you seen my friend? Yes, I told her to get some rest. Both of you have been working hard all day. Oh, I am glad she is okay. How long was I asleep? Around 5 hours. The doctor said that it could be because of fatigue. 5 hours? I looked at the nearby clock and only had an hour to prepare breakfast. The alpha is going to kill me for sure. I have to go back. I tried standing up, but I felt my back hurting a bit. I also felt a bit dizzy again. What? No, you must rest. Until the doctor says you are good to go, that's the only time I will let you go. But I have to prepare the food for breakfast. Someone else will do that. I could feel in his voice that he was irritated. But why? My alpha. He might get angry. I slowly turned and looked at where the voice was coming from. This is the first time I have seen this gorgeous man. He possesses an impressive appearance with his short, sleek, and jet black hair, paired with his deep brown eyes and a strong, square jawline. I can also observe that he has broad shoulders, a sturdy and well-built physique, and a fair complexion. I felt his hand hold mine. I felt a spark when our skin touched. Mate, I barely said in a whisper. So you feel it too. I am glad. I looked at his face carefully and saw relief from my recognition that he was my mate. Before I could say anything else, the doctor came. He did a round of checks and asked a few questions. When he was done, he looked at Lucas and said, "She is now okay. She needs a couple more days to recuperate, eat nutritious foods, and drink her medicine. She can leave already. Let me process her discharge documents. I will also have the nurse ready for the prescription and medicines before you leave, Your Majesty." "Thank you, Doc," Lucas answered. With that, the doctor left. I am glad that nothing serious happened. But wait, I think I misheard it. What did he say after me leaving? The prescription and the medicine. Did he just call Lucas Your Majesty? Your Majesty! Lucas POV. Before the present. After dinner, I excused myself, saying I needed to let my wolf out. I can smell her somewhere in the forest. I quickly removed my clothes and shifted a few seconds later. Kali ran around the forest until we could get to where the scent was coming from. A few minutes later, we saw two figures, one of whom I believed to be Lola, and the other was my mate. I knew because the moment I laid my eyes on her, I felt some connection. I know she is my other half, my fated mate. She is wonderful, Kali said in awe. I too stared at her, trying to memorize her features. She had an oval face. The delicate fairness of her complexion is superbly enhanced by her hair's soft and lustrous shade of light brown. She has brown, almond-shaped eyes. I noticed a subtle hint of her adorable dimples as she smiled. She is more than just wonderful, Kali. But what are they doing here? I saw Lola pull out the raspberry mousse from behind her back. She also carefully placed the candle in the middle and lit it up. I soon realized what was happening. It's her birthday. It's our mate's birthday, Kali. But suddenly, I felt something hurting in my body. My mind is unclear and I can feel it around my chest. I soon realized that it wasn't me who was hurt. It was my mate. Glancing at their location, I noticed she seemed to lose her balance. I tried walking to them slowly, but I rushed when she fainted. I caught her before she could fall and hit her head. That was close. I heard a loud gasp beside me. Your Majesty, where is the hospital? Quickly! It is a few meters from the back of the pack house. We quickly ran to the hospital. When we arrived, I shouted for the pack doctor. He immediately assisted us when he saw who I was. I don't know what's wrong with her. She fainted while she was in the forest. We will check her vitals, have her x-ray, and run some other tests, Your Majesty. I put her in a hospital bed. As they carried her through the laboratory, I began to feel panicked. Does this usually happen? I turned to Lola. Corey usually works day and night, so she gets exhausted from lack of sleep and food. Sometimes I would find her in between her work unmoving. But never unconscious, Your Majesty. All right. Thank you, Lola. You had better get some rest now. Take the day off since you both worked hard today. Don't worry, I will let the Alpha know about this. How about Corey? I will stay, Your Majesty. You had better get some rest too. I will take it from here. I smiled to make her feel reassured. Thank you, Your Majesty. I saw a few tears in her eyes. Don't worry about it. I will let you know once we have the results. I didn't notice that I fell asleep when someone tapped me on my shoulder. Lucas, we heard what happened. Is she doing well? Silas asked. I am still waiting to hear something from the doctor. I bet they are still checking her. I hope she's feeling good. Come on, Lucas. You need to get some rest too. We have an early meeting tomorrow. You go ahead, I will stay here. I can't calm down if I'm not here and something happens again. Why are you so concerned about her? He was very curious about this, so I had better tell him. Silas, I found my mate. Silas was taken aback by what he heard and didn't quite know how to respond. He was silent momentarily, trying to process what had just been said. He is letting the information I said sink into his head. So you mean to say that the girl there is your mate? Yes. Wow, is that why you've been distracted ever since we arrived? I just nodded this time. Oh, wow. So we both found our mates, huh? He just chuckled at how fate works. The goddess is really something. After a few more minutes, Silas left. I asked him to tell everyone not to worry, and I would be back as soon as everything calms down and until I knew she was doing fine. At present, Your Majesty? My mate shrieked when she realized that I am the Werewolf King. It is funny, but at the same time, it is saddening to see the panic in her face. Right now, she just lowers her head and mumbles to herself. Thanks to our werewolf genes, I can hear what she is saying. Oh, goddess, what is this now? Me? I can't believe I am mated to a gorgeous man like him. Now you have to add that he is the Werewolf King? You hear that, Lucas? She thinks we are gorgeous. I can feel Kali smirk. Shh, Kali. I can't help but feel giddy and happy about her compliment, though. Luck. I mean, Your Majesty. Now she is stuttering so badly. You can still call me Lucas. She looked at me with a surprised look on her face. I chuckled and said, Lucas is fine, and I really want you to call me Lucas. But I am still confused. I don't know what's happening or if this is even true. I understand, finding the right words to say. We can take our time. We will take it slow. I am not rushing you into anything except for calling me by my name. I continued, holding her hand so she could feel the mate bond. Are you not going to, reject me? I am in utter shock. Why would she think that I would reject her? Why would you think that? That is just absurd. Because I am an Omega. I don't even have a wolf. Well, not fully yet. And look at me. Hey, Corey, look at me. There is nothing wrong with being an Omega. Most especially, there's nothing wrong with you. Got that? And what do you mean by not fully? But, before we can talk more about this, Alpha Austin came. Corey, what happened? Are you okay? Yes, Alpha. I saw the flushed look on her face, and it irritated me. I think something happened between them. I will have to ask her some other time. That's good to know. Then he turned to me. Your Majesty, I could never thank you enough for caring for one of my pack members. I just nodded in response. From what I learned from Lola, my mate worked every day most of the time, and she would get sick and tired all the time, and now he acts like he cares? Your Majesty, I will take everything from here. I bet you are tired and didn't get much sleep either. No need. I will stay with her. Also, while we are on this, Lola and Corey will have time off from all this work. They have been taking care of various tasks since our arrival. The doctor also recommended that she stay in bed for a couple more days. Oh, but Your Majesty, this is pissing me off. Did he not hear what I said? And that but. Is he trying to contradict me? So before he could say any further, I interrupted him. No more buts. I don't wish to see any of my people sick and hurt. They will be resting for a few days. I believe that the pack can function as well, right? Yes, Your Majesty. Well then, I will take my leave. He looked swiftly at Corey. Get well, Corey. After he left, I processed Corey's discharge and took her medicine. When I returned, I saw her getting up and trying to fix the bed, the chairs, and everything else. I quickly ran to her to stop her. Goddess, she needs to rest. I held her hand before she could fix the pillows, and there were sparks again. I immediately pulled away when I noticed that she was a bit uncomfortable. Corey, you need to rest. We'll let the nurse do the rest. That okay? But it is my job. Not today, Corey. The doctor said you need to rest for a few more days. How about the meals for the pack? Who will clean the rooms? I can't have Lola do all that. Her pout at the end is adorable, but I can't get swayed by that. Other pack members will do that. I already informed your alpha about it, and he agreed. Really? She was surprised to hear about this. Yes, so don't worry. I'll take you to your room so you can get some rest, all right? She nodded. We started walking, and I could feel her swaying beside me. I reached out to her to support her. Corey, I told you before that we would take this slow, but let me help you until you fully recover. Yes, you're... I turned to her, raising one of my eyebrows. Yes, Lucas. Lucas's POV. We reached her room, and I could see it was a run-down room from the exterior. There is only one window, for goddess' sake. How will she get enough sunlight and have air circulate in the room? This is unacceptable. I notice my chest heaving with each breath as anger builds within me. We can't let our mate stay here. How will she recover properly? Kali angrily said. I am running out of patience. Their alpha is nothing but a scum and disgusting. This pack asks for so much money every year, but they do not renovate or fix the rooms for their members. I wonder if this only happens because they are Omegas or if others also receive the same treatment. I will take this to Silas by tomorrow. For now, I need to find a place for my mate to recuperate and rest well in. Corey, where does Lola stay? She lives in the next room, she answered quietly, so it is the same for her and Lola. How about the other pack members? Most of the pack members are in the pack house. The Omegas live here, she said embarrassingly. Ugh! I let my frustration out loud. I felt her freeze beside me. I am sorry. I did not mean to frighten you, sweetheart. I am just frustrated with this setup. How will you get some proper rest right now? I am okay staying in my room. I would actually feel more comfortable staying here than any other place. But, all right, give me a few minutes. Let me think this over for a moment. She answered with a nod. She can't sleep here, that's for sure. It is not part of the option. Yes, yes, yes. Of course we will not let our mate stay here. Callie agreed with me. How about the pack house? He continued. No. I will not have her stay with that alpha of theirs. I can feel something happen between them, and I don't like how he treats the pack's Omegas. I started to pace back and forth, and I could feel her eyes following my every move. Let her stay with us. Huh? What was that, Callie? I am dumbfounded. I said let her stay with us in our cabin. I took a sharp intake of breath. I thought about this as well, but hearing it aloud is different. I just told her that we would take this slow and I would not make any drastic moves until she was more comfortable around me. I am not sure about that, Callie. Why? She is our mate, and it is better to have her near so she can recover faster. Because what? I don't think she will like staying with us. It is a little fast. Oh my goddess, Lucas, let her stay in our cabin. She will be in another room, or with Iris and Ellie. Do you think she will stay with us in our room? Ha ha ha! So much for taking it slow. Well, whatever. Shut up, Callie. I turned to Corey, but was unsure how to discuss this with her. How will she take this? What will she think of the situation? Most especially, how am I even going to tell her? I looked up at her, and she was there, patiently waiting for whatever I was going to say. So I cleared my throat and said, Would you like to stay me until you recover? I blurted it out as fast as possible. What was that, your Mudge? I mean, Lucas? I asked if you would like to stay in our cabin until you feel better. I'm unsure, and hold on, why am I even nervous? I'm the Werewolf King, for goddess sake. And she's my mate. You know what? Let's just go. You will stay in the cabin for a few days, and I will have some of my company take turns watching over you. Let me mind link Silas. You up, Silas? I didn't feel a response coming soon. 5 minutes, tick-tock. 10 minutes, tick-tock. Silas, wake up. Oh, what is, El Lucas? He is still groggy. Yes, I am mind-linking you because I need you to clean up the room beside mine because Corey will stay there until she recovers. We are on our way back to the cabin. Got that? After not receiving a response, I was annoyed. I growled and shouted at him through the link. Silas, did you hear that? Ah, yes, your majesty. I will prepare the room. On it. I turned to Corey and explained what had happened and that we would go to the cabin for her to rest, that she would stay in the cabin indefinitely and that she would not do anything. She remained in deep thought as we started walking toward the cabin. After a few minutes, I asked her, "Are you okay? You might be tired from walking." Neek." I lifted her and carried her princess style. We were stunned and awkward at how near we were to each other and how our skin touched. I felt the spark when I carried her and heard Callie howling joyfully. I continued walking, and we remained quiet until we reached the cabin. I carefully put her down once we entered the living room. When we entered the cabin, everyone greeted us. They swarmed around Corey and checked if she was all right. They bombarded her with questions. "How are you feeling, Your Majesty?" Elias asked. "Are you hungry?" Another question from Ellie. "Do you want to take a shower first?" Iris asked this time. "Do you want to watch a movie instead?" Tommy asked. I can see Corey's face. She seemed torn about who to answer first and what she should do. "These guys. All right, do not crowd her. You are bombarding her and making her uncomfortable. How about you making some food while we head to her room, giving her time to relax and unwind?" "Got it, Your Majesty." They all answered simultaneously. They quickly dispersed and went to the kitchen to prepare something. "Come on, let's go to your room," I called Silas so he could help us. As soon as we reached the top of the stairs, Silas led us and stopped in front of my room. I looked at him curiously and waited for him to move, but he doesn't budge. Ahem. I raised my right eyebrow. He tilted his head and scrunched his face. "Oh, right. My apologies. Let me open the door for you." I face-palmed because he didn't get it. "Silas, I am shooting daggers at him." "Yes, Your Majesty." The guts of this man to act nothing is wrong. Was my message clear to you? Yes, Your Majesty. What did I tell you? That I will prepare your room so your mate can rest and recover properly, he confidently answered. My room? Are you sure about that? Oh, you meant the other room. His voice was fading when he realized it. I sighed deeply at the outcome of this. I shouldn't have entrusted this to someone who was half asleep. Since Corey's room was not yet ready, I said to her, "While he prepares and cleanses the other room, let us stay at mine first." This is going to be a long day. Corey's POV. A lot has happened today, and I am unsure if my mind can keep up any longer. First, my second chance mate is the Werewolf King. Second, I have to stay in his cabin. Third, he carried me all the way here, and now I will be staying with him for a while. In his room. I was completely surprised at the event's turn and rendered speechless. I only nodded when he told me I would stay with him for hours. "Ladies first," Lucas said. I am still unsure if I should call him Lucas or Your Majesty. I feel like I am disrespecting him for calling him Lucas. Once again, my voice was caught and I was unable to respond, so I nod. As soon as I stepped into his room, I immediately detected his distinct scent. I could spend the whole day here. I will prepare the bath so you can relax and wear more comfortable clothes. Sit first while I prepare a warm batch for you. I nodded, but I did not make any movement. I stood there beside the door. I heard him sigh. Is he mad at me? Honestly, I haven't communicated with him and have caused him problems. Will he reject me? Is he just taking his time until I recover? I can't help but feel anxious. And as if he could feel my anxiety, he reached out to me. Corey, relax. I am not mad at you or anything. I am worried. I want you to feel comfortable. But I also hope you will tell me what you need. You are my mate, so I want to give you anything you need. Then he smiled at me. Okay, and thank you. Really, thank you. I sit comfortably on a lengthy, sleek gray couch opposite the bed. I took this chance to look around the room, which is elegant, modern, spacious, and glamorous. It is a room fitting for a king. We had cleaned these rooms before, but I never realized how huge and exquisite the room was. The bed is big enough to fit more than 4 people. A flat-screen TV is mounted on the wall in front of me, a large window, a mini library, and I can see a walk-in closet. The room has a color scheme of gray, black, and white. Additionally, there are several expensive-looking paintings on the walls. A few minutes later, Lucas came out of the bathroom. Corey, the bath is ready. You can go in now. All right, so I went to where the bathroom was. When I entered, it was as expected. It is huge and glamorous. The bathtub has a matte black finish, a skylight that makes the room feel airy and bright, and a clear door that leads to the shower room. I started removing my clothes and taking a dip in the bath. It has been a while since I took a nice warm bath. I continued to scrub and clean myself. When I was done, I dried myself. I feel refreshed, but forgot something. I don't have any change of clothes. Lucas? Yes, Corey? What's the matter? I don't have spare clothes. I didn't bring any. There was silence. Of course, I'll get you something to wear. After a few seconds, he knocked and said, "The clothes are outside." "Thank you." As soon as he left, I quickly opened the door and found the set of clothes. I lifted it and there was a black shirt and a pair of shorts. They smelled like him, but they were really big. I changed and stepped out of the bathroom. Lucas, I think the clothes are really big. The shirt is almost at my knees. It looked like a dress when I wore it. Yes, they are mine. Iris and Ellie went out to buy clothes for you and they have yet to return. You can change it once they are here. Okay, come here, let's dry your hair. He had the hairdryer and brush prepared, and so I sat in front of the mirror while he dried my hair. I feel sleepy with the warm air and how his hand untangles my hair. I heard him chuckle. He noticed I was looking at him. Sorry, it's just you look adorable right now. After he dried my hair, we sat near the window at a small dining table. I have noticed it now, but there are foods. He must have brought it when I was in the bath. The smell of food got me hungry, and as if on cue, my stomach growled loudly. Oh, goddess, I am so embarrassed right now. You are really adorable. Come here. Eat whatever you like so you can drink your medicine. There are sandwiches, soups, fruits, and drinks here. Here, drink some soup first. It will warm up your stomach. I took a spoonful of the tomato soup. It includes chunks of tomatoes, and it is creamy. Then he handed me a sandwich this time. It has meat, lettuce, cheese, tomato, and mayonnaise. I unconsciously scrunched my face when I smelled the mayonnaise. What's wrong? Do you not like the sandwich? No. It's just that I am not a fan of mayonnaise. Oh, all right. I am glad I came in prepared. You can have a grilled cheese sandwich if you want. I took a bite, and it was good. What else do you not like? He asked. Aside from mayonnaise, is there anything you don't want to eat, or what is your favorite food? I like mostly everything else except for mayonnaise. I don't have a favorite, but so far I think it is this grilled cheese sandwich. I looked at him, and a bright smile was plastered on his face. I am glad you like it. Did you make all of these? He bashfully answered. Actually, no, but I was the one who made the grilled cheese. Tommy and Elias cooked the rest. I will introduce you to them later. I continued eating the food they prepared while he kept asking questions and giving out information about him. What is your full name? I am Lucas Dacre. Corey Hemmings. How old are you? I just turned 18. How about you? Oh, yeah, I was actually near when your friend surprised you with a cake. I am glad I was there. I am 21, by the way. Thank you. You don't have to thank me. So you are young, but you are the Werewolf King. Ah, yes. My parents died when I was young. And if ever since then I was appointed as the Werewolf King, he continued to tell me how his parents died, the moments they shared before the tragic event happened, and how he lived for those couple of years. I am sorry, I shouldn't have asked. No, it's okay. How about you? They also died when I was young. Our pack was attacked, and as the beta and strongest fighters, they were on the front line. Then the Midnight Moon Pack took everyone who survived. I am sorry, too. We sat quietly for a while until someone knocked. Let me just get that. I heard his voice, and there were girls outside the door. They were muttering about something. Then the girls left, and he closed the door. Those are just Ellie and Iris. They have your clothes now. They want to enter so they can help you try it on. Do you want them to come here so you can change to something more comfortable? I can ask them to. I bowed my head, and I said quietly, Can I keep these on? Corey, what is it? I didn't quite catch that. Can I keep these on? I spoke a little bit louder. I guess he heard me this time because his face was beet red, and he was smiling. Of course you can wear them for as long as you want. A few moments of awkwardness. I am glad another knock on the door ended our awkward atmosphere. Your Majesty, we have a meeting with the Alpha in a few minutes. Oh, shoot! I totally forgot. Tell them to wait for a bit. I will be right there. Yes, Your Majesty. If he leaves, I will be left alone in this room. I felt comfortable with him here, and I enjoyed his presence, but I can't ask him to stay. That will be too much, and he has responsibilities as the werewolf king. Corey, I need to leave for a meeting, but don't worry, I will be back as soon as I can. I will also ask Iris and Ellie to help you with anything. They are just right down the hallway. All right, and please get some rest. Try getting some sleep, okay? I nodded. Then he left for his meeting. I felt a bit sad about it. So, is this how being away from your mate feels? Corey's POV. As soon as Lucas left, I heard a knock on the door. I saw two beautiful young ladies when I opened the door. They appear to be sisters, as they both have brown hair and eyes. However, one of them has shorter hair. The way they dress is also different. The one with the shorter hair wears a simple Sunday dress, which makes her look sophisticated. In contrast, the other wears baggy jeans and a white tank top. She looks trendy, and this is the style girls wear these days. The one wearing the Sunday dress spoke first. Hi, I am Iris. Oh, so she's Iris. Lucas mentioned them before, therefore the other one should be. And I am Ellie. Nice to meet you. Hi, that's all I can say. They both look friendly, but I can't help feeling shy. I am wearing a loose shirt and shorts. I should have asked for the clothes they brought before if I had known I was meeting new people today. Do you think we can come in? I don't mind, but this is not my room, so I am unsure. Don't worry about it. We have already asked His Majesty's permission. He agreed as long as you agree. Oh, all right. Then come in? They went inside the room with lots of shopping bags from different brands I know Chloe wears, chips and drinks. Did Lucas also ask for chips and drinks to bring? Your Majesty, do you wish to see the clothes we bought? Ellie asked. I am still uncomfortable being called Your Majesty, so I asked them to address me by my name. Corey is fine, but you are the king's mate. Still, Ellie this time. It is still hard to believe everything that is happening. I am unsure and don't have a clue how to act on it. I sighed, but was also surprised that I told them how I felt. I am sorry. I am talking too much. You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. When I also met my mate, I felt the same. We were friends at first, which made it easy for us to grasp somehow that we were mates. But during our first days as mates, we were completely awkward. We knew each other's past and relationships before we knew we were mates. So yeah. Iris smiled and looked happy, reflecting on her relationship with her mate. Her mate is Elias. He is our third strongest fighter. We will introduce you to him later. Excitement surrounds Iris and Ellie. I will be glad to. This time, I am also excited. There is something about them that gets me excited too. So, are you going to check out the clothes? Or should we eat, drink, and watch something? Ellie asked while showing off the bag of chips and drinks they had brought. Or both, Iris suggested. Yas, girl, we should do both. Ellie happily screamed. I chuckled at her excitement. And so, I tried some of the clothes they bought. One is a light yellow Sunday dress with lace but a fun daywear slant. Another is a floral dress that is sleeveless and reaches my ankles. They also bought me several pairs of denim, white, black, and nude jeans. T-shirts, blouses, and tank tops have these branded logos plastered, and they got me every color. Shoes and bags were also bought, and of course the underwear too. I got shy when they gave it to me. They may have noticed the redness building up in my cheeks because Iris said, "There's no need to be shy about it. You can tell us what you need and we will help. We know better about these kinds of things than the boys," she said with a smile and wink. Thank you, the both of you. I feel overwhelmed by how everyone is treating me right now. I never thought some kinds of people were willing to offer a helping hand. I feel like tears are trying to come down at this thought. Okay, don't cry. Don't cry. Let's not embarrass ourselves any further. I breathed deeply to calm myself down, and when I looked at them, they smiled and nodded, acknowledging my feelings. Lucas is indeed lucky to have them as his friends. I wish I could also call them my friends. So, what are we going to watch? Ellie said amid the silent talk we had. Is there anything you want to watch, Corey? I would not lie when I was surprised to hear her call me by my name and not Your Majesty. I don't know. I haven't watched anything since I was a kid. Okay, I think we should start with a classic movie. Ellie opened the TV, switched to some apps, and clicked on a movie. I caught the poster, and a blonde lady was wearing a pink dress, holding a couple of books and the leash of her small dog. The title is Legally Blonde. It looks interesting. Before we started the movie, they put the chips in a bowl and poured drinks into 3 cups. Okay, So this is a rom-com movie, Ellie said. Rom-com? Romantic comedy, she added. Oh, all right, sounds fun. Ellie played the movie. But after the opening credits, we heard a phone ringing. It was Iris's. Hello, Iris speaking. Oh, Your Majesty. I could only hear what Iris was saying, but based on what I heard, Lucas might be asking what we were doing. Yes, she has tried on the clothes already. Yes, we just decided to watch a movie. We have chips and drinks. Yes, Your Majesty. If she gets tired, we will leave her to rest. Would you like to talk to her? Sure. Your Majesty wants to speak to you. She handed me the phone. Hello? Hey, how are you? Hearing his voice via phone made me blush. He felt closer than before. I am doing great. That's good, and I'm glad you made new friends. I thought about it first, glanced at the two beautiful girls, and said, Yeah, I am glad. Thank you. I handed the phone back to Iris when we finished talking. He said their meeting took longer than usual, and he would likely return by dinner. I told Iris and Ellie about this. That means we can watch another after this. Yeah, hey. But we haven't even started the first movie yet. I sounded whiny. Sorry if I was acting spoiled or whiny. I bit my lower lip. I don't want them to think I'm using Lucas's title or anything. Ha ha ha! No, you are not. We don't think that you are either of those, Iris confirmed. But we are glad you said what you think. It feels like we really are friends, Ellie added. Friends? Yes, we are friends. There's no doubt about it, Ellie said and looked at Iris, who nodded in agreement. I smiled at both of them. I am really happy to have new friends. I hope to introduce Lola to them soon. I bet they will love and treat her like they did to me. Corey's POV. I don't remember falling asleep. When we finished watching Legally Blonde, Ellie and Iris went to get more drinks. They got apple juice a while ago, but when they suggested having wine, and I told them I hadn't tasted it before, they were excited and went to get a bottle. After they got back, we played another movie. This time, it is about a young girl who transformed into a bit older woman overnight. However, I do not remember the part after the party where they danced like zombies. I think that was the time I already fell asleep. I woke up and felt my head was leaning on something hard. Are the pillows usually this hard, or am I dreaming? I tried to move, but I was pulled closer. I opened my eyes in shock and stared at the person beside me. I was shocked when I saw Lucas and realized our position. My head on his chest, his arms around my shoulder, and my legs. Oh, goddess! My legs are wrapped around his torso. I jolted up and was ashamed. That wasn't very pleasant. He will think that I am such a woman. Hey, what's wrong? Are you okay? I moved away from him, to the other side of the bed. When he saw the movements, he realized why. Let me explain, he said while scrunching the back of his neck. The meeting ended a little bit earlier than expected. So, after a few post-meeting chit-chats, I quickly returned home. I saw Ellie and Iris in the kitchen and asked where you were. They told me you were asleep. He took a deep breath like he was trying to hold his laugh and continued. But when I entered a room, I saw you moving your hands like a zombie, and you keep on saying, "Thriller, thriller, thriller." He was laughing at me. I felt my face heat up from embarrassment and hearing his deep laugh. Then I tried stirring you up, but you wouldn't wake up. So, I waited. Then, I guess I just fell asleep beside you. I am surprised at his revelation, but I am more embarrassed about getting caught sleep-talking. And the fact that he is still laughing, he finds this amusing. It's embarrassing, though, I pouted. Then, stop being so adorable. I couldn't help it when I saw you. Okay, I'll stop now. But after a few seconds, he started laughing again. You are still laughing. I can't help but find this funny as well. Then we both burst into laughing. When the laughter died down, I looked at him and he smiled brightly. I hope to see his smile, laugh, and have more of these moments. Why are you still smiling? I asked. Nothing. I am just happy to hear you laugh. It is the first time I heard it. After just a few minutes of being with him, he made me blush twice. I looked around the room and spotted the clock. It is already 8 in the evening. Ellie, Iris, and I planned to have dinner together after we watched a movie. And shoot, I was supposed to help them prepare the dessert. I scrambled and tried to stand up when Lucas held my hand. Hey, I am sorry. I will stop teasing you now. No, it's not that. I was supposed to help prepare the dessert with Ellie and Iris and eat dinner together. Don't worry about it, okay? They understand. But I don't want them to be disappointed. I just made new friends. Corey, look at me, babe. I looked at his eyes. It's okay because they haven't started anything yet. Well, for the dessert, that is. Elias helped them with the main dish, and he even tried to start the dessert, but Iris stopped him. So, they haven't started it yet? Nope. Elias wouldn't want to argue with his mate, you know. So everything good? I nodded. All right, then. Come on. Let's go down. They are waiting for you. Hold on. Let me change at least. There's no need. You look good in it, and it is better so they will know I am your mate. Goddess, that's thrice already. If this keeps up, I will have a fever. I heard a deep chuckle beside me. He finds all my embarrassing moments amusing. Then, Lucas helped my hand and walked to the door. Come on, babe. Let's go down. It's not that I am keeping tabs, but he called me babe twice and I blushed 4 times already. I think I will count every interaction I have with him. And so, we went down together and saw Ellie and Iris in the kitchen. They were with Silas and 2 other men that I don't know. The other seems to be Iris' mate based on how he looks at her, like he is the only woman in the world for him. The other looks like Ellie. Hey! Ellie greeted us when she saw us at the foot of the stairs. Hi, I am sorry I fell asleep and made you wait. No worries, you need to get some rest and we have plenty of time to bond. Iris joined in. Before we start, as promised, we will introduce you to them, Ellie said, pointing to the 2 other gentlemen. They first introduced Iris's mate, Elias. He is tall and has a well-built body that makes him seem strong, but his face has soft features. He has a wider forehead compared with Lucas and a narrow chin. He has a trimmed yet scruffy beard. The other one has a square-shaped face. His jaw looks strong, almost like Lucas's. He has long brown hair that is tied into a ponytail. He is also well-built like the others. So, are you all siblings? Are you triplets? I looked at everyone. Everyone is trying to hold their laugh. Babe, they are not triplets. Lucas tried talking while holding his laugh. Huh? Is there another one? So, are they, what do you call that again? No, babe. They are not quadruplets. Ellie and this guy, Tommy, are twins. But Iris looked like them. Is she your older sister or something? No, Corey. I am not related to them. Many people have thought we were triplets or siblings since we were young. It may be because of the hair and eye color. Oh, all right. Well, that was embarrassing. Lucas put his hand on the small part of my back and said, No, it's not, babe. You thought just like us. When I first met the 3 of them in grade school, I thought of the same, and they did not correct me until their parents picked them up. So, all day you thought they were triplets? No, babe. Not the whole day. The whole week. If not for a teacher-parents gathering, I wouldn't know. I even embarrassed myself because I asked them loudly in front of all the parents why they have different mothers and fathers, and that's how we became friends. The end, Tommy teasingly said. I laughed at Lucas's story about how they met the twins. What are you laughing about, babe? Do you think that was funny? He playfully nudged my shoulder. No, I wouldn't dare laugh at His Majesty's, confusion. And now you are mocking me? Really, babe? And everyone burst into a fit of laughter.